Road. Okay. Call the meeting to order. It's 8:09. The meeting was posted on Sunday? No, on Monday. Okay. The directors that are present, Richard,
I'm here.
Foster, here, Ernesto's here. Okay, we are going to directly to decide and what company will be taking over the property management. Here there was two companies that was on the agenda. One is J&L Property Management, and the other was Reliable Property Manager Service, Inc. The final point was, is there anything that the resident would like to say before we continue? Okay.
I would like to say something before we continue. I would.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I would like to say something before we continue. First, no, the property management company, I think, should be Ernesto's decision, and I'll second whatever vote he makes on the property management company. I do have some things I'd like to put in the record, about the contract of Reliable Property Management. I want to have our attorney take out anything that we're paying them over and above their fee and for our property and their expenses that are normal in the contract. But I want to take out that they're not going to collect 3% above special assessments, and that they're not going to be able to collect money above the personnel that they hire to work on our property, even if it's, as our attorney said, convoluted the way they've written it. But I'd like to take all of those clauses out. Secondly, I had a meeting yesterday in my house with Raphael, which I am more than happy if our two associations can be joined. Would be, ooh. But I do realize that their association financially, not right now, but might be in trouble. They owe, according to Raphael, $287,000 to Comcast, and maybe to other people, we don't know. And if we're going to join, like when we were in such trouble way back when, and financially strapped, and our management company wasn't working for us, by the way, we had a lot of problems and a lot of work. I just want to make sure that this thing is easy, for our residents and for us. And if you believe that Reliable Property is the easiest one, go that way. We are tied with Reliable Property Management. We're tied to 660 houses, which is both communities. Where with J&L, we're not tied, we're only one community. But I'm good with that, as long as we realize that the property manager that's on our site for at least a year or a year and a half is going to be doing most of the work for the West, which I'm also good with, because I want the West and us to be together. But we're not going to get as much work out of him, so you're going to have to do more. I'm not doing anything. I'll sign a check. But you're going to have to do more. So then you can make a motion, we can finish the meeting.
In reference to what Richard said, the service of contracting, if the manager will be working 35 hours a week. If it goes over $35, 35 hours, if it will go over 35 hours a week, it needs to be approved by the association, and if the association approve it, the person needs to be compensated, and that would be as agreed upon. So that would go in discussion in that given time who is raised. Below 35 hours a week, there's no need for any type of additional compensation. In reference to the 3%, to me, it don't make a difference. I already spoke with the attorney. The attorney said, there's no problem with leave, that's legal, there's no problem with that. That if you in the future say you're gonna do assessment, I don't believe in assessment. So that the company want to have 3% there, I don't have an issue with it because I don't foresee doing no assessment in the future.
We don't foresee, Ernesto, you don't foresee.
Nobody
doing that.
foresee, but
A
nobody,
hurricane could come and wipe out our whole place here,
right.
and we would have to have an assessment.
Mhm.
And in that case, I don't want the property manager, which I told you yesterday or the day before, I don't want the property manager making profit on our ill fortune. And I agree with you. We will probably never have a special assessment except for an emergency.
Well,
I think it shouldn't be in the contract at all.
okay. If there's a given assessment, special assessment, it does require additional work. And
I told you about this additional work also. We're paying a property manager to be on our property 35 hours a week. The management company is in their office doing what they do regularly. They're not going to do anything different than what they do regularly. The property manager that's on our property is the one that would supervise any additional work that we had to do. And, okay, you're right, and if he works more than his hours, he should be compensated for more than his hours. But just like our roads, they didn't work more than their hours to supervise our road and collected $12,000 or $20,000, I forgot what they collected. You know, I don't know.
They did
For
work.
doing nothing.
They did work more.
Huh?
They did work more.
No, they worked on the same hours they were here in the beginning.
They did work more.
Okay.
Okay, they did work more. But the issue with that is you and I and the board signed that contract.
Yes, we did. We signed it. I
No,
agree with that.
we agreed to it, but we didn't sign the contract. We just agreed to what was there, and the percentage of assessment was there too.
No, I quit.
Good.
I didn't agree to it. You agreed to it, and it's okay.
Right, but what I'm
It already
saying.
happened. That's something you can't do.
Okay.
But I'm saying I don't want it to happen again.
Okay. So that's basically it. You have any comment?
No.
Okay.
Can you guys maybe compromise on that number instead of 3%?
I don't think there should be any percent. I really don't think, do you think there should be any percent Fausto?
I don't think so, but like you say, it's not a big deal.
To me, it's not a big deal. Because, I mean,
Well, if we spend $1 million and we're gonna have them collect $30,000 for basically doing their job, I think that's a big deal.
Okay, we put a cap on the amount, 3% with a cap. Are you okay with that?
I just think you should remove it and leave in the part where if they're working over, if the property manager on site is working over 35 hours a week, that then we can, that we will compensate them for over 35 hours a week. That I agree with, but I think we should take any other things, assessments, and what was the other one, was service person.
The salary, you say, change the salary.
No, it had nothing to do with salary. Well, the thing that they did on Henry's salary, I also want, but I already told, I think they had already amended that,
Yeah,
no?
that's been amended.
Okay, you can make your motion, we'll vote.
Okay, at this time, I would like to make a motion to approve Reliable as a Novella Park new manager.
Okay, I second.
Been properly second. Discussion, comments? All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Any comments from the floor?
I just wanted to ask you, you say it's $35 for you here, right?
Are we?
Okay, so if it was it gonna be $35 as well if it was just us? Or was it less than that?
No, it was the same thing.
So don't you,
Okay, if we would have put 35 hours equally, we was gonna pay, we was gonna fit the bill for the manager. Since we are sharing the manager, they can pay a percentage and we can pay another.
no, I understand, but what I'm saying is, being that we now have two communities, should we increase the 35 hours just a little more because we have, you know,
Well, it's
more-
35 hours from 9 to 4.
Mm.
You see, and remember, we can shift the time. It don't mean it have to be 9 to 4, we can say a different time.
But it's still gonna be the same 35.
Same
And you got more houses that they are servicing.
Okay, but
Well, the management company services all the houses. They serve multiple communities anyway. They're gonna do their job.
They're gonna do the job from their office over there.
Last week, when we had a meeting last week, and I said that J&L was $8,000 more than our RPM. Now, I was wrong, because I was only looking at it from our association, from 385 houses, not from 660 houses. Now, Ernesto was right, it's 79 cents a house, one contract was more than the other. I was looking at that we were going to take the property manager on ourselves, like we've had in the past, but now that we're splitting it, we'll save a little money, they'll save a little money, you know, and my whole reason for doing this is so our two associations can be more united.
Actually, number-wise, we are not saving anything outside. Because we pay $10 per house. And that's roughly
Well, that's
what we pay right now. But anyway, to have it inside here will relieve us from going around, policing the community, doing things that we have nothing to do with, and doing their job when they get paid.
Well, you're still gonna have to do that, because we did that.
No, not necessarily,
You
no.
are, you're still gonna have to do that, because we did that with 3 property management companies. We had to go around and show them
That's another
what was here, house by house, what the violations were at first. And then from then on, they went and did it by themselves.
that statement is not correct. I haven't done that.
Well, I have.
Oh, you, okay, look.
I did it with Christina, I did it with, what was the guy's name after her? David Ike.
David Hack.
Then I did it with, the girl, the Spanish girl. What's her name? Caridad, and then I didn't do it with Alice.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, the main reason for this property manager here is to relieve us from
Yeah, same thing
our
for this.
responsibilities.
Yeah,
They get paid for that, you're going to face the problem.
yeah,
I agree.
I mean, we can advise them, don't be so rough, and, you know, they're going to insult you, because you're going to be the son of a bitch anyway. I mean, once you step on somebody, especially people who have money, people who are violating, those people, they don't want to see you.
Your neighborhood, more than anything else, because I passed by, there are people in your neighborhood that have spent $100,000 at least to make their house look outside, to look nice, no? And right next door has a dump.
Yeah.
And then you say, that guy that he put down a driveway, there's one guy around the lake, the driveway, that one driveway must have cost him $35,000, just the driveway. And then the painting of and the garden, so beautiful. And then right next door, the weeds growing into his garden. But that's a shame, that's a shame.
So at least, I mean, by having these people here,
Yeah, we,
It should help.
they'll be, help straighten it out. It's gonna take a little while, but they'll
And
straighten it
that's
out.
why we're here also to tell them, listen, this is going wrong, this is going wrong. I mean, we're gonna advise that person, regardless of who it is. They don't know this community.
That's right.
I don't care if the guy's been a community manager for 40 years. He's never been here before. You don't know these people.
That's true.
I know people here for 20 years and they're still the same shit. They look at you like, who the fuck are you? You just came in and you tell me what to do. They tell you right in your face. And I try to
Well, we've
pull
had,
them off.
we've had very few of those. We've had, what was his name, the guy that used to come and yell at us all the time?
You got nasty people.
I mean, yeah, like you.
People,
I mean, both sides. Don't think it's on my side.
Okay,
All over the place.
okay, thank you. If we don't have anything else, I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Been properly second by Richard. Everybody say aye.
Aye.
So move. Meeting adjourned.